The Iceborn is undeniably one of the most exciting supercars ever introduced to Roblox Jailbreak, and due to its high demand, players are often eager to trade it for significant profit on the trading island. However, many find themselves unsure about the best trades to make. In this guide, I'll explain how to maximize your profit from trading the Iceborn, discuss its current value, and suggest the best trades to aim for. This will help you accumulate enough value to perhaps trade up to other coveted limiteds like the Torpedo. Remember, trading in Jailbreak can be as straightforward or as complex as you decide to make it. This video will explain all the knowledge you need to succeed, even if you're new to trading, so don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news, strategies, and updates in Roblox Jailbreak. First of all, let's go ahead and explain the best trades you can get for the Iceborn. In my previous videos, I regret not providing enough visualization of where the Iceborn stands in terms of value, leaving much to the imagination. That's why I've now added the Iceborn to the Jailbreak Trading Network's value website, which is the largest and most trusted values list for the game and used by all traders. I'll use this as a reference to show exactly what items you should aim to trade for, but before we go into that, let's clarify the Iceborn's $5 million price. We believe that a $5 million price tag is satisfactory for this new vehicle, taking into account everything we've discussed about the Iceborn. It's set to follow in the footsteps of the Scorpion, the previous limited vehicle added to Roblox Jailbreak, which currently starts at $6 million. Positioning the Iceborn just below the Scorpion makes strategic sense. Moreover, it would sit right above the Carbonara, another limited time supercar from December 2023, which starts at $4.5 million. The Carbonara's design lacks the charm and excitement of the Iceborn's unique particle effects and the accompanying live event, which adds to the Iceborn's allure. Furthermore, some players argue that vehicles like the Volt 4x4 and Goliath should have their values decreased since they're quite slow, despite starting at $5 million. However, these vehicles are genuinely rare in trading. My proposal is to integrate the Iceborn at this price point alongside the Volt 4x4 and Goliath. This placement would not only scale well, but also cater to both segments of the community. Those who value rarity can continue to trade for the Volt 4x4 and Goliath, while others looking for a new supercar at this price level have the Iceborn as an alternative. We'll see how the Iceborn performs once it hits the trading market, because I can definitely foresee incremental price increases for this vehicle over time. Considering even a vehicle like the JB8, one of the game's slowest supercars, starts at $5.5 million, having the Iceborn just below this seems quite reasonable. Vehicles such as the JB8, Volt 4x4, and Goliath are in the same ballpark as the Iceborn in terms of value. Many players owning these vehicles might be willing to trade them away for the chance to own multiple Iceborns, which offers significantly superior performance. As I mentioned in my last video, the Iceborn matches the speed of the Beignet, which in Jailbreak trading goes for a hefty $25 million, making the Iceborn an incredible bargain when you consider that it will start at $5 million in trading right now. Given this demand, you should consider aiming for offers above the $5 million range, particularly right after its release when enthusiasm is at its peak. The Iceborn's demand is phenomenal, which is important in determining how values are set, leading most players to seek substantial overpays for this vehicle. I've used community polls on my channel to gauge this demand. In one such poll for the Iceborn, 2,000 users participated, with 70% expressing interest in seeing its value climb to $12.5 million. Compare this to the seasonal limited vehicle like the Stratos or Storm Rider, where out of 1,900 votes, 63% wanted it valued at just $2.5 million. This stark contrast shows the community's high regard for the Iceborn's potential value. While $12.5 million might be overly optimistic, and while such overpays might mostly occur in the first hour of release, I believe a $5 million valuation strikes the right balance. This takes into account various factors I've discussed previously, ensuring it fits well within the existing ladder of vehicle values. With this understanding, if you're ready to make some strategic trades, you might find that trading the Iceborn for a vehicle like the Shogun is quite feasible. I've also heard from many users who are eager to trade their Parisian and Aperture to accumulate multiple Iceborns, considering the Parisian goes for 7.5 million and the Aperture for 7 million. This is a smart move, even if you have to add a few small extra vehicles, since the Iceborn is likely to see incremental price increases in the future. When I talk about incremental increases, I mean regular boosts of about 500,000 to its price over time, not sudden jumps of millions, but given the current hype and the performance backing it, the Iceborn is set to remain a valuable asset, and ultimately will be a strong contender for the middle section of the value ladder, the Jailbreak trading network. With the value of the Iceborn being explained, you can also look into downgrades. I don't necessarily always recommend this, since often it is harder to downgrade into multiple lesser value cars, but there are some exceptions you might want to consider, such as the Wedge and Tiny Toy, which surprisingly actually have more interest than usual. There are of course vehicles like the Snake, Poseidon and Torero, which are good contenders for downgrades. However, I only recommend downgrading if you are getting several vehicles. While the Jailbreak trading network has all of the textures, colors, and all sorts of various cosmetics in the game, many of them are extremely low demand, and that is specifically what you want to avoid unless it is an item that you found another player would overpay for. Ultimately, each player's experience in trading will be different. You will come across all sorts of trades in the trading expansion, but the reality is that each person's journey will be different. And that's why I also recommend that while you are trading in the main game, you also consider filtering through trades to get the ones you are specifically looking for by joining the Jailbreak Trading Network Discord, which is home to the largest and most active trading community in the game. Using Discord's search tool, you will be able to easily filter through items you are interested in trading for by sorting through tens of thousands of trade requests every hour instantly, whether anything being rare or obscure. And you will be able to also negotiate much easier in the trading posts on this server, as you will have substantially more time to make an informed decision compared to the main game, where you often only have a few seconds. This is the most effective way to get the most worth out of your time, as you can be looking for offers in the main game, trying to get the best overpays for the Iceborn at random servers in the trading expansion, while then also spamming requests on our Discord so you get both sides of the community. We look forward to seeing what types of overpays you can get for your Iceborn, and hope this guide helped you.